are listening to the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Now, let's get you caught up on Yankton High School athletics with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of the Bucks and Gazelles, Bryce Ladwig.
Good morning. This is the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig here with you. Coach's Corner brought to you by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. 4 interviews today, 2 of them from the Pete's Ranch phone line recorded yesterday, and then 2 from the post-game Thursday evening after the Bucks and Gazelles loss. Yankton basketball still has 3 games left for both the Gazelles and Bucks. Gymnastics is over for the Gazelles. Talked to Coach Justin Olson for one final time this winter season. And, of course, the Yankton Bucks traveled to the Region 2A tournament yesterday, so I have those results for you. And the conversation with Coach Robert Coyle before the team took off for Brandon Valley. That's all ahead here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning. We'll take a break, come back, and continue. This is the Coach's Corner.
My name is Dr. Gibson, and teaching allows me to show my compassionate spirit. I instruct a lot of students that want to go into the medical fields. If I can teach them how to be compassionate and look out for others and even help each other, they'll be better in their careers. They will be better physical therapists, better doctors, better nurses.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Rodents want to make your home their home. Pesky invaders go in search of warm housing and food for the winter. An invasion of rodents can be costly and can contribute to disease and contamination of products. So trust the experts to keep them out. Olson Pest Technicians is family-owned with over 80 years of experience. Even the toughest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig, and let's start talking Yankton basketball. Both the Gazelles and Bucks faced off against T area on Thursday evening. No sub-varsity games to talk about because they moved the schedule up 3 hours to try to get teams on the road for the impending, I think we were expecting more of a snowstorm, but weather considerations canceled all sub-varsity games, just played the varsity doubleheader. The Gazelles fell in their matchup 82-55. The Gazelles are now 4-13 on the season. And at the time of me looking at this, Gazelles are currently still at 15th, but that could change once the standings are updated. Let's get to your stats of that game. The only super lopsided quarter of the game as far as scoring is concerned was the second period. T area outscored Yankton 21-11. But the first period is 27-14. Gazelles outscored T 16-14 in the third, and then it was 20-14 in T's favor in the fourth. For Yankton, Claire Tereshinsky led the way with 19 points. She had 2 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Second score, Macy Drotzman, 14 points. She had 4 rebounds and an assist. Eden Wolfgram, the last player in double digits with 10 points, had a rebound and an assist. Also scoring for Yankton, Cameron Koletsky with 5, Nora Kraske with 3, Bailey LaCroix with 3, and Peyton Mosier with 1. Caught up with Coach Matt Decker for our post-game coach interview. We talked about that matchup and, of course, a little bit ahead about Watertown this coming Tuesday. So we'll go ahead and play that for you here this morning on the Coach's Corner. Here is that conversation. All right, Coach, obviously, at the end score, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, that's rough. But, however, pretty good offensive output for the Gazelles, and I really like the way the ball was moving.
Yeah, I thought we flowed a lot better offensively today, and we started playing inside out. When we do that here down the stretch, I think that good things can happen these last 3 games if we just continue to do that. That's a lot easier said than done, but at least we're aware of it now and aware of what we need to do and where we need to be, and that's why we got 55 points this game. The other side of the court, there's a reason she's going to one of the best universities, in Vasika and D1 University. It's tough for us to guard, and she had a great game, and so did Grant, down low. And
Very strong.
Yeah, great players, and we tried our best, but ultimately we couldn't get it done.
Another great night for Drotzman in the paint. You just love seeing that consistently.
Yeah, we got to get it down low to Drotz and play off her. Claire had a great game, Macy had a great game, and Wolf, we had 3 players, kind of our 3-headed monster, have been double digits. Now we just got to defend, We do that every game. We consistently build offensively, add the defense to it. We're going to be in these last 3 games.
All right, last home game of the season. Obviously, you travel to Watertown Tuesday, a place you know a little bit about, but can you tell me about them?
Yeah, it's going to be. It really is going to be a tough place to play. I think that the Civic Arena, when it's full, it can be a dangerous place for us. But we're looking to go take it to them, and we're looking to win. And I can confidently say that's what this team wants to do. They want to win this game up there, and we just have to play our game. We can't let the atmosphere scare us, and we just have to play our game.
Thank you, Coach. Enjoy your weekend, all right?
Thank you, Bryce.
Always appreciate Coach Matt Decker joining us in the post-game coach interview, and looking forward to that Watertown matchup. Braden Butler will be on the call up in Watertown on KYNT Plus and KYNTV. I'll be covering the Bucks here in Yankton. Speaking of the Bucks, they also lost Thursday night, 53-41. I'm telling you, it was one of those games where the Bucks were in it all the way at half. They were only trailing by 3. Virtually identical third quarters. It was a 12-11 advantage for T, but then a 15-7 run for T in the fourth quarter. T out-rebounded Yankton 24-23, so very close. Committed 11 turnovers. Yankton committed 10 turnovers. Individual scoring, it was Landon Potts leading the way for the Bucks, 14 points. He was 2 of 7 from 3, 4 of 6 at the line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Tucker Gilmore added 10 points. He had 2 rebounds, a steal. Matthew Sheldon had 9 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. And then 4 points for both Carson Ness and Miles Drotzman. Caught up with Coach Chris Haynes in our post-game coach interview, the same as Coach Matt Decker. But here's my conversation with Coach Haynes from the Summit Activity Center. Being joined by Coach Chris Haynes. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bryce.
All right, Coach, so far this season, when you look at some of the losses, there's some that you just want back, obviously, but there's been so many tough fought games, and the Bucks have been in so many of them. Just as you kind of mentioned right before we went on air, just kind of can't get over that hump sometimes.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Our guys are frustrated, after this one. We've proven we can compete with anyone. You name it. The Harrisburgs, the Mitchells, the Roosevelts, the Sioux Falls Christians, Tees. We can compete with them. We just, I feel bad that I can't put them in a position to get over the hump, and we're trying to get more consistent on some things. Tonight it was right there. A couple possession game at halftime, couple possession game going into the fourth quarter, and I didn't think we played great in the third quarter, and we were still right there, and had our chance. And obviously, got to give T credit for coming out and making a few more plays than we did there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned just kind of the rougher fourth. Was it something that was an adjustment that T made, or just not execution? Kind of what was going on, do you think?
Oh, we didn't get enough rebounds, so that's number one. But I thought we had some really good opportunities on the offensive end. Against their press, we did a good job for the most part of attacking it and getting into the positions that we wanted, but we just came up empty. And the other, I thought there was like 3 times tonight where we could have had and ones, and we got fouled going to the basket, but it was still not hard enough that we can't finish. And I know our guys are saying the same thing. And then we go to the line and we end up missing a free throw or both of them. So we make a great play, and instead of coming out with 3 points, we're coming out with 1 or 0. And it just seems like those things are happening too. We just got to cash in on opportunities more often.
We talk about the upperclassmen a lot, but I love seeing freshmen come off the bench. Miles Drotzman tonight, obviously, he had the big steal at the end. Those are kind of the big momentum plays that are going to help him in his confidence keep growing as a player, right?
Yeah. Miles is a good athlete, and he's doing some really good things. And, we tell our guys all the time, it's got to start with defense and rebounding, and Miles is doing that at a high rate. And then, obviously, we need a little bit more scoring punch. We struggle to score the basketball. This week, we're in the 30s, the low 40s, and it's just hard. You're putting a lot of pressure on your defense if you're going to be in the 30s and low 40s. So we need a little bit more scoring punch so that we can hopefully get into the, we'd like to get into the 50s. And right now we're having a hard time getting to the 40s, so we need a little more scoring punch.
Last couple of years, I would roll my eyes at other broadcasters in a joking way when they would complain about the number of Rikens they have to say on air, but all the Weemingas as well for a T.
Yeah, and T's a good team. The Weemingas are really good, the twins, and then the young one, the freshman, looks like he's going to be the best of all of them. The big kid inside, Williamson, had a nice game tonight. Their point guard had a really good game. It looks like it's Smith, but I don't think it's Smith.
Smythe,
yeah. I mean, he played a really good game. And then obviously Almas is a great player and can really score it. So they're a balanced team, have 4, 5, 6 guys that can really score the basketball. So our guys did a good job defensively. I mean, we guarded. They're a team that scores. They can score 60 or 70 points pretty easily. And so our guys did a good job on the defensive end and again, competing and holding their own on the boards. And you got to give T, they had a good game plan. The press kind of took us out of our rhythm a little bit. We've turned it over maybe once or twice against it, but it just kind of took us out of our rhythm. And so that's a good testament to their coaching staff and the game plan that they had and executing it. So obviously T played better than us and deserved to win the game. And so hopefully our guys can learn from it. And, I'm probably taking away your last question here, Bryce, but leading into next week, the last week of the season, and it's a big week. We got our last home game on Tuesday, make up with Watertown, who's having a really nice season. Coach McClemens' teams are always hard-nosed, and they're not going to give you anything. You're going to have to earn it. And they got a lot of seniors that have played a lot of basketball they've been waiting for this year up in Watertown, and they're having, like I said, a really nice season. So that's going to be – but again, our guys have proven they can compete with anyone. So we come out and play the way we need to. We expect to be in that game and give ourselves a chance to win it. And then obviously head out west for the last weekend of the year. Hopefully, the goal for next week is to get some momentum going into the postseason.
Coach, you do know me too well. That was my question.
Yep, so. I figured.
Yeah, but I do appreciate you joining us here in the post game, and we'll talk to you Tuesday.
Sounds great. Thanks, Bryce.
Always appreciate Coach Haynes' time in the post game, and looking forward to covering that game on Tuesday. Again, that's on KYNT and KYNTV. The Bucks hosting the Watertown Arrows, the last home game of the Yankton basketball season, no matter what. So even if the Bucks are in the Sodak, they will be on the road, and so it will be the seniors' last game. Landon Potts and Tucker Gilmore at the Summit Activity Center. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, let's start talking Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics. Their season just ended. Talk to Coach Justin Olson on the Pizza Ranch phone line. We'll get to that in a bit here. Good morning from KYNT. This is the Coach's Corner.
Vision Care takes pride in the products we offer. That's why we offer a wide range of stylish and protective sunglasses from your favorite brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Maui Jim, and luxury brands like Fendi, Gucci, and more. Our experienced team will help you find the perfect pair of sunglasses to fit your face shape, your style, and your budget. Protect your eyes and look great while doing it. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
What would you call free checking that pays you cash back on purchases? Unbelievable? No, it's super-powered free checking called Kasasa Cashback, and it gives you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever. Get your Kasasa Cashback account at Explorers Credit Union or visit explorerscu.com to learn more. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact Explorers Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and still be able to change your reservation without a hassle, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield and Holiday Inn Express, two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
All right, let's start talking Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics. Being joined on the Pizza Ranch phone line, Coach Justin Olson. Coach, thanks for joining me.
You bet, Bryce. Love chatting with you, spreading the word about gymnastics, so I'm ready.
Hey, the February 9th and 10th state tournament has come and gone, and now what are you going to do with yourself now? I don't know. You just you keep busy with football in the fall, gymnastics in the winter, and now what are you going to do?
Well, I have about a week and a half break here before track starts, so I'll be outside in the jump pits, getting kids ready to jump far, and hopefully, so hopefully the weather holds and we have a great track season. But then of course chasing kids around, they're not done yet, so I'm still doing that thing too. So
yeah, well, Gazelles finished 7th in the team event, 136.809, pretty good team score. And then Mitchell took their second team title with a 151.4. It's kind of, we'll start to get into individual results, Coach, but just as a team, what was the event like? Was it, it's a big event up there.
Yeah, this is the first time that, Pierre put on an event this big. And, they did a great job. Brian Moja up there, the AD, he wanted to really kind of show off what Pierre had to offer. state gymnastics meet, and they did a great job of hosting. It was a good venue. It wasn't as big as we've normally competed in, but it was actually nice. I mean, the crowd could see everything. I thought they did really well of a job. And then, of course, as far as the state meet goes, Bryce, we had a great rotation. We were in with Mitchell, Watertown, and Harrisburg out in the gym at the same time. And, it was loud. I mean, Mitchell parents, they packed the crowd. And well, all 3 other schools do. And it was just loud. I mean, when people were hitting, it was loud. And so we knew that our girls had to focus because we've been around Mitchell for such a long time, and they get a little rowdy and in a good way. And so just not to be distracted while we're competing was a big thing for us. And I tell you what, like I said, we have our best score of the year. That's all we can ask for, and we remain in 7th place, came in 7th, remain in 7th. That just means that, we can't control what the other team's doing. The other teams had a great day too. So it was a fun meet. And it was, I'm really proud of the girls for competing on that team day. They did everything they could, to try to get some hardware. And at the end of the day, we fell short. But like I said, Bryce, we had our best score of the year. So that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, if you're not going to get hardware, that's the best way to end it, right? I mean, on top, you're aiming for that highest score the entire time. The last chance you get to do it, you do it. So that's just a good way to end.
100%. Yeah, agreed.
Individually, let's go into, I want to finish with Ava Collar, obviously, because she had the best results overall, but also your lone senior. So let's start. Ellie Drossman took 31st on bars. Marissa Berkland, 31st on vault. Why don't you talk about those two?
Yeah, so all year, Ellie has been one of those girls that, as I'm going through my results here for our end of year banquet, she's one of those girls that's improved drastically from, beginning of the year all the way up until the end of the year. And she has more in her tank, which is fun. She's an 8th grader and she's excited. She comes into the gym and works hard. And for her to qualify on an individual event as an 8th grader, it's good. 31st isn't bad. They're all kind of packed in there with the same score. So we'll work on increasing her skill level, and not only on bars but the rest of the events too. And I would say watch out for Ellie to qualify in more than just bars. Next year, and to provide our team with a boost and try to make up for what Ava Collar is going to leave out for us. And then, of course, Marissa Berkland, who has been with us since a 7th grader, and now technically in her 3rd year as a freshman, and doing her thing too. She kind of was kind of steady, and then we kind of planned it out, or hopefully we planned it out that she would just kind of progress on. And she qualified on vault, and she's been one of our top vaulters all year. And so she provided a boost for us in that team score as well. She competed in all 4 events for us during the team day, and looking forward to her also getting back in the gym and gaining some more skills and being one of those, been a sophomore leader going through until next season.
And then Avery Portillo finished 34th on floor. Emma Goebel took 36th on bars.
Yeah, so again, two other 8th graders that have been in club gymnastics with me, and they missed out on their first taste of the team. It was same as Ellie, because last year we didn't qualify as a team, so this was their first team go around, and couldn't have been prouder of their performances during the team portion of the competition. So they had Avery Portillo had a great team score for us on floor, and came through for us on vault and beam, and Emma got up there on bars and knocked out a great routine for us. And those 2 girls, again, they have, I'm looking forward to them, filtering in and be a part of that core. And it's going to be young, but there's a lot of them there that are going to be able to provide some power for us, and some grace into the routines next year. And they're excited again. Both of them they already said they want to get back in the gym and start working, because they know that they had that taste in their mouth of what the team competition is like. And of course, when they qualify, that's extra special too. And they had a great day out there as well on individual day. So I'm looking forward to those 2 as big contributors as well next year.
And then a gymnast you know pretty well, Berkeley Olson, tied for 28th on bars, finished 32nd on vault, and took 39th on the floor.
Yeah, that girl, I tell you what, we have a little history there, and she's a workhorse. That's one of those kids that doubled up this year in basketball. Played basketball at the JV and sophomore level, and then compete in varsity gymnastics. And I've been able to do that. It's been pretty special. And so for her to come in to the state meet, and she recorded her first 9 on beam to help out her team score on that Friday, and competed in all 4 events in the all-around competition as far as the team side goes. But then she comes in and does her thing on bars and floor and vault, and that's as a freshman again, qualifying in 3 different individual events. That's pretty special. So she's excited. She's gonna try to keep the train on the tracks here for a while, as long as she can. She wants to compete in both, so we'll find a way to do that. Hopefully there'll be support all around, and she'll keep on being one of those key individuals again that will help our team get to where we want to go next season as well. Like Aaliyah Fluke, who, I tell you what, she is probably our most improved gymnast. She's a junior this year and will be our lone senior next year, actually with Asia Eilers, so we'll have 2 of them. But she came out and she was one of our top vaulters. She worked her tail off day in and day out to get to where she needed to go. She competed on floor for us in the team night, and she didn't qualify at individually, but she was just right there. And then Aubrey Plouffe, who comes in kind of as our utility person, who didn't actually get to compete. She was an alternate for our team competition, but she's another girl too that we're counting on as an 8th grader. Will be a freshman next year to add to our team.
All right, Coach. And then your lone senior gymnast, Ava Collar, she went out with a great performance, took 8th all around in the individual competition, 4th place finish in her floor routine, and then 7th place on beam. Let's talk about Collar.
Yes, sir. Ava Collar is one of those kids where, wow. Talk about a big-time gymnast, naturally talented gymnast, athlete all around, plays volleyball as well. And she comes in and she hits on the biggest stage, and she is just a gamer. And I tell you what, started at the state meet team day. She knocks out, if we would add up her all-around, she went like 36-125, and that was the top of the season, so she did everything she could to help our team, get to where we wanted to get, and had some great performances. She ended up knocking out Peyton Stephenson, a former Gazelle, for the top spot on the beam. The week before, she took over the number 1 spot on floor with a 9.75. So she has 2 of the top records in her record book, and then she's moving up in the all-around too, and then she comes into the state team, the state individual day, and I tell you what, she was sitting in second there for a long time on the floor, ends up 4th, and she in the all-around, she ends up 8th with another 36 plus. When you can do that and cap off your senior year, that's pretty special. I've been in gymnastics for a long time and had some seniors have some disappointing state meets and on a sour note, but Ava, she left it all out there, and it was an emotional day for everyone involved, and she will surely be missed. She's one of the greatest Gazelles, to put on a Leo for Yankton, and that's proven in the record books. And also now cemented in by her performances at the state meet as well.
All you can really ask from a senior is leaving the program better when they leave it than when they found it, right? It sounds like that's exactly what she did.
That's exactly what she did, and she's going to USD nursing program, and she's already said, "Hey, you know what? If I get a chance to come back and help out during practices, can I do that?" I'm like, absolutely. Anytime you can get.
No, you're gone.
Stay out. Whatever. It's one of those things where we're going to even start some classes here in the summer, and she wants to be involved. So that speaks volumes of who she is as a person. and then kind of what our program kind of wants to develop with these girls, and not just gymnastic skills but life skills. And she is the epitome of a gazelle, and it's one of those things where she locked in her legacy, and super proud of Ava, who I've coached ever since she was about 5 years old, but then she was 6 strong years into the Gazelle program as well.
And Coach, a lot of these girls are in other activities throughout the course of the other seasons, but for those that are focused on gymnastics and stuff, kind of what do they work on during the off season? Are they in club, or do they just do stuff on their own? How does that work?
Well, we have a couple options. We have the club option if they do want to compete. There's some meets coming up that they're able to do. You have teams like Mitchell and Harrisburg and Watertown. They have some girls that go cross over in the club and they're still competing. If they don't necessarily want to go that route, they can either practice with the club, or we're starting up a high school class at River City Gymnastics that will be once a week for like an hour and a half. So we'll start that back up here in a couple of weeks to kind of give them a little bit of break, but then get them going here to get some skills built up. And then into the summer, we'll have our open gyms that are free to charge if you're in the school district. And it'll be one of those things where I think we're going to see our attendance just go through the roof. Then, of course, it's Olympic year. It's like it's everyone excited, with the Olympics coming around the corner here. So I'm looking for some great things, and for the sport of gymnastics to keep on being recognized in this community and in the state. And I think you guys do a great job, and I appreciate you of supporting and getting the word out about the gymnastics program. And so we can continue the success of Yankton Gazelle Gymnastics, and it starts with those little kids being able to come into River City or across the river there, or just find an outlet for gymnastics, and then just building up a program. And so as we do that, hopefully we see those numbers rise and our program still stays strong.
Coach, you going to take a team field trip to Paris for the Olympics? Huh?
If you can get
the private jet, we talked about it last time. The private jet,
the private jet sponsored by KYNT. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah, and I also had to get my 3-year-old Kirby back into gymnastics. Katie and I were talking about that. She really enjoyed it. And remember, you and I also talked about getting little Marshall involved. You get him. That's good for his balance and stuff.
Balance, core strength, and agility. We'll definitely get those kids back involved, and then see where they go from there. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, I really enjoyed our talks throughout the winter, and we'll catch up around the springtime as well. We'll be talking to mainly Coach Gross, but we'll talk to you guys as well. And just want to say congratulations to you and the Gazelles program. Another very successful season. It's been fun keeping up. And just congratulations again. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Bryce. I appreciate you. Thank you.
That was Coach Justin Olson joining me on the Pizza Ranch phone line. Always appreciate his time. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on the Coach's Corner and focus up on Yankton Bucks wrestling. I'm going to play an interview for you that I recorded yesterday. That was from Coach Robert Coyle before the Bucks traveled out to the Region 2A tournament, and then I have some results for you from said tournament. Who's going to state? Find out around the corner here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose. Sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. At Yankton Rexall, when you feel under the weather, we want to help. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with the daily medications you're taking. The Yankton Rexall staff is there to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923.
When it comes to the health and care of your ears, nose, and throat, put your trust in the board-certified physicians at Yankton Medical Clinic's Ear, Nose, and Throat. With 5-star rankings on Google, Vitals, WebMD, and Raider 8, you can rest assured you'll be provided the best possible care right here at home. Yankton Medical Clinic, Ear, Nose, and Throat. Call 665-0062 or find more information at yanktonmedicalclinic.com. They are here for you.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
All right, welcome back to the Coaches Corner. Yankton Bucks Wrestling took off for Brandon Valley yesterday afternoon, but before they took off for the Region 2A tournament, I caught up with Coach Robert Coyle. So I'm going to go ahead and play that conversation for you, and then we'll go over results and find out who's going to state. This is my conversation with Coach Robert Coyle. All right, let's start talking Yankton Wrestling. Join us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, Coach Robert Coyle. Coach, coming off of the girls' ESD meet from a week or so ago and now turning your attention to the boys' Regional 2A tournament that is up at Brandon Valley. Recording this on Friday. You'll be leaving a little bit later this morning for that event, right?
Correct. Yeah, we're going to be leaving here about 9:30 this morning, and kids will weigh in at noon, and wrestling will start at 2, so it'll be hopefully be a good day for them, that's for sure.
Explain to us again, we always need the refreshers of how this regional tournament works in regards to the state tournament.
So there's the 14 weight classes for boys, and you got to get top 4 in your weight class to go to state. So I think every bracket's got between 7 to 9 kids, and the top 4 in each one will go to the state tournament. And then there's 4 regions throughout South Dakota, and every region sends their top 4 to make that perfect 16-man bracket at the state tournament. And then also they select one extra kid to be an alternate in case someone can't go. So they have the 17th seed or kid is the alternate at state as well.
And then Brandon Valley, it's always a tough place to wrestle, but I'm sure it's just going to be packed up there.
Oh, yeah. I bet it'll be packed. I'm hoping we can I think we'll have a lot of Yankton Bucks and Gazelles fans too. It's only the boys, but I know even the girls will come and watch and stuff like that. So hoping we can get a good section of Yankton there and get some good support, and knowing our community and our team and our parents and fans, I know we will.
And I know you're hoping for the best for all your wrestlers, but is there at least a couple brackets that we should be looking at? Do you like some matchups for one of your wrestlers?
Yeah, I think I definitely think some kids that can make the finals, Edley Amaro at heavyweight. I think Dylan Sloan can at 138, Chase Platt at 150. Those are some kids that definitely could punch their ticket to the state tournament early and get to the finals. And then I look for, another, hopefully 14 that we can get everybody there, but regional tournament, anything can happen. It's always a crazy time. There's always upsets, and stuff like that. So it's a fun time of the year, and I'm just hoping that these kids can, reach their goal and make it to state after today.
Can you believe how fast the season has gone, at least from the outside looking in?
Yeah, it has been. It's flown by. There's some long, tough practices sometimes, and the days can get long, especially when I'm driving from Vermilion to Yankton by the time practice gets done. But really, that January month for me flew by because, every other day I felt like we were having a competition and traveling somewhere. And then just, next week, next day, same thing. So now that the postseason here, it's like, oh, wow, this is, it's go time. So it's been a really fun season. I just want to not, I tell the kids, don't be satisfied with a good season. Let's finish it off, the right way and get some of you guys up on that podium.
Well, you love to see that, and of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on the 2A tournament, and you and I will talk next week with the results and get ready for a state. Sound good, Coach?
That sounds good. I appreciate it, Bryce.
All right, from that Region 2A tournament, 4 Yankton Bucks have punched their ticket to the state tournament in Sioux Falls next week. Yankton Buck Peyton Eustace into state. He had the 215-pound category, of victory against Lincoln's Carlos Rodriguez Jr. In the 285 class, Edley Amaro is going to state. He finishes second, but fell in the first place matchup to Navarro Shunky of Brandon Valley at a fall of 44 seconds. Also going to state and finishing second in the 150 class is Chase Platt. He fell his last match in the Region 2A tournament in a first place match to Dawson Wallen of Sioux Falls Lincoln in a 10-6 decision. And finally, Dylan Sloan finished fourth in the 138 class. He fell in the third place matchup to Emery Johnson of Harrisburg in a 7-4 decision. But the top 4 wrestlers go to state, and those 4 Yankton Bucks will be wrestling in Sioux Falls. Team results in the Region 2A tournament. Yankton finished 5th, 116 score. Brandon Valley, the host, took the tournament to victory with a 235 team score. Congratulations to those Yankton Bucks. We'll be keeping close tabs on them at state as well. Let's take a break here on the Coach's Corner, come back and continue here. Good morning.
Old Man Winter is here, and you don't want your car left out in the cold because of a broken garage door. Routine service of your doors and openers could prevent some future problems, but unpredictable problems could put your door out of commission. When unforeseen problems arise, the professionals at Upper Midwest Garage Door are prepared to get your door going again. Call today for routine service or when a problem arises. Find more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
Everyone loves something different about our buffet, which is good because buffet has something for everyone. This is Annie from Yankton Pizza Ranch. Come in and fill your plate with good food that makes you feel good inside. Don't see your favorite pizza on the buffet? Request it using Buffet Your Way. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the very first slice. Grab the country's best chicken paired with tasty sides and finish off with sweet cactus bread at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
Medicare coverage is not a one-size-fits-all coverage. Do you like to travel? Are you wanting to spend your winters down south? Or just spend some time with your grandkids? Make sure you choose a plan that fits your needs and will travel with you. Visit Julie at Missouri River Associates to review your upcoming Medicare or your current needs. That's Julie at Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Don't just bank, be an explorer. Here at Explorers Credit Union, we do banking differently. As a not-for-profit, member-owned credit union, we know that financial wellness isn't a destination, it's a journey. We're here to help you set goals and reach them with the financial tools, expertise, and support you need. If you're looking for better rates on your loans and local service from your friends and neighbors, Explorers Credit Union has you covered. Learn how we can help your financial journey at explorerscu.com.
Old Man Winter is here, and you don't want your car left out in the cold because of a broken garage door. Routine service of your doors and openers could prevent some future problems, but unpredictable problems could put your door out of commission. When unforeseen problems arise, the professionals at Upper Midwest Garage Door are prepared to get your door going again. Call today for routine service or when a problem arises. Find more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner, and that will actually wrap things up here from the studios this morning. Thanks to all of our coaches for joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, to all of our sponsors making this broadcast possible, and of course to you, the listener or a viewer, whether you're taking it in on KYNT 102.1 FM AM 1450, our free mobile app, or KYNTV. Always appreciate you stopping by and talking Yankton Athletics. Again, the Coach's Corner brought to you by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Go Bucks, go Gazelles, go enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been the Coach's Corner. I'm Bryce Ladwig.
You've been listening to the Coach's Corner show on KYNT, Yankton's home team.
Remember, you can re-listen or re-watch this show in its entirety by visiting the KYNTV YouTube page. This has been the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team.